So I just landed in Toronto, Canada, and I am about to take off on this train to Union Station, which is in the center of the city. A little tired. I only got 4 full hours of sleep last night, but I feel like I'm gonna make it. I just have to get some coffee, and it's going to be amazing. Here we go.
You got to let it go.
I have had my first coffee of the day, so I'm feeling like I have a little bit of energy, and I'm ready for my first adventure, which is going to be at St. Lawrence Market. I love the market. All I've had for breakfast is the coffee, the cappuccino, and I had a bit of beef jerky that I brought with me, so I'm ready to get some real breakfast, maybe a little bit of lunch, and on to the next adventure. I started out across the street at like a tent over there. Now I'm going to the main building here at St. Lawrence Market. But while I was there, I sampled all the fruit and vegetables. They had a lot of apple cider, and I bought some little mini salt olives, which are really delicious. And I like them because they're only salt and olives, so very natural, which is something I'm into. And I got some probiotic yogurt. This main building is super crowded, and I got a pea meal bacon on a bun, which I don't normally pork, but this one is supposedly world famous. I didn't have any Canadian cash, so the lady told me I could pay in US dollars, but she charged me 10% more, so the Canadian price plus 10% in dollars, and then she gave me my change in Canadian dollars, so I lost money by paying American dollars, and then I lost money in the change back. I haven't done the calculation, but with the exchange rate, it's not a good deal. But it's still less than $10 for this sandwich, so if it really is world famous, it'll be worth it. I put some spicy mustard on it because the lady recommended it. So right now, I'm in front of Lake Ontario. I just left Lawrence Market, and I'm on my way to the Ontario Science Museum. There's a light snow in the air, which is really beautiful. It seems more like someone dropped a few little white bits of dust in the air. There's one in my hair. It doesn't really seem like snow, so it's really beautiful. My tummy is full of food. I'm ready to do some walking around. I'm not that tired yet considering, so I'm going to take advantage of it, do more walking around, and see the city.
Bye.
museum is cool because it's built on a ravine, which means that the first floor is the floor you enter, and each consecutive floor goes down and down and down into the ravine. Instead of the numbers increasing and you going up, the numbers increase and you go down. It's a pretty huge museum, and they have a lot of demonstrations, and they have a planetarium. You could literally spend all day here if you had more time, which I do not, but it was pretty cool for the short time I spent here. So now I'm at the Royal Ontario Museum, and I'll tell you what, I'm running out of steam a little bit after only 4 hours of sleep last night before my flight this morning. I'm really going to have to kick it into high gear to really get the most out of this. So I found my Airbnb, I laid down a little bit, I shed my backpack that was getting really heavy, I had a small snack, and now I feel very reinvigorated. I'm ready to do the next thing on my to-do list for today, and that's go to the CN Tower. For me, I think the CN Tower is probably the ultimate thing to do when you come to Toronto. Whenever you see a skyline on TV or something, you always see the CN Tower. And whenever I went to tourist lists of things to do, the CN Tower kept coming up again and again. So I feel like it's a very important thing to do. And I read it's beautiful at night and beautiful during the day. So I'm going to try and do both by getting there a little bit before sunset, hanging out, and then seeing it at night too. I am currently 1,465 feet above Toronto. I am in the sky pod of the CN Tower. This tower used to be the tallest freestanding structure in the world for decades until 2008. It's really beautiful. The sun has pretty much gone down. There's still some light, and the lights in the city are coming on, so it's looking really beautiful. Thai restaurant called Pei. I think it's called Pei, P-A-I. And it was about a 10-minute walk north of the CN Tower. And I came here because I was sort of having trouble finding a highly rated restaurant in the area. But Facebook sort of poked me and said, I can see where you are and here's some good restaurants. And it popped up, and I looked on Google and it had over 2,000 reviews, and it was a 4.8 out of 5. So that seemed promising. And the inside is actually really cute and upbeat, and there's a lot of people, and they only said it was going to be a 5-minute wait for one person, so I'm lucky that I'm one person on a Saturday night. It seems like a good atmosphere, so we'll see if the food is good.